Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah. So is Larice the correct pronunciation of your wife's name?
Yes, you're
That's
right.
your wife, yeah.
It
Okay.
is.
Okay. Want to make sure we didn't say anybody's name wrong.
Don't worry about it. On the 30th of next month, we got our anniversary, 28 years.
Oh, good. And you just go by Flaz, huh?
FLAZ.
Thank you. Here's your, I just got my, there's a toast to you all.
Oh, good. Cheers to you too. I got single malt scotch coming in.
And well, I hope we get a pretty good turnout tonight.
Yeah, I think Sue Kimmel had the phone committee working, so everybody will be notified. And I've sent 2-3 reminder notices, so by email.
Yeah, they were good.
Well,
Yeah, because some people don't look at their email except in the morning, and
That's right.
I'm the worst guy to look at emails in a week sometimes.
yeah, maybe we could come up with
Text message.
an application to do text. Yeah, text
Oh,
notification.
man, that would be the super duper thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's ways to do it, but it's just a different way to manage it. So we got to get the list of the numbers.
They combine a whole lot of receivers or recipients
Yeah.
into one text message if that's, something you want to do. I don't know what the limitation is, but I'll bet it's something like 25. If not more.
Yeah, it may depend on the carrier. I was checking on, I use Verizon, so I think it was,
So do I.
yeah, I think it may be 10, but there are applications and services that you can use that will give you more.
Oh, okay.
I get text notifications for other things that are through some computer applications.
Well, I'm one of those old timers that doesn't get much into those app stuff.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Well, Larice is in the view.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good.
We'll overlook the lake, and the lake's pretty flat right now.
Yeah, where are you exactly?
We're in Wolf Beaver Creek in the Savannah Bay on the east side of the bridge that goes across on the 58. So we're back in what they call Wolf Beaver. It's a private area, and we're on Shore Drive. It's a kind of a dead-end road. But we sit way up on the hill, so I got a fantastic view of the island and all the water and everything.
This is Louise.
Here, I'll unplug and show you. I think you can see it. See if we can.
Oh, good. Nice view.
Awesome.
Let's see. You see anything out there?
Yeah, we can see. You can see right out
Yeah.
through the window.
Yeah, that's our kitchen window that looks out over there.
Do you go right down to the water there?
Yeah.
You have a dock?
Well, we have I have a slip in, it's a private area. Let me plug in the power cord.
Yeah.
There we go. It's a private area, and we have our own marina down there.
Yeah.
So I don't have a personal dock. I use the marina, which I find is much, much better because it's covered. It's
Sure.
Yeah, and it's got electricity at it, water at it, everything that you need, lights at night. It's secure. A launch right there for you.
Nice.
That's a beautiful view, though. That's great.
Yeah, well, we're lucky that we got it. when we were both living in San Diego at the time, I found this online, this house, and I flew out the next day and cut the doctor a deal who built the house and bought it in 16. And then we just crossed our fingers that we'd be able to sell Biomed, the company I had, and sell our house and get out here. So it took 3 years.
Well, that's great. Even though it took 3 years, it's great that you're finally there.
Yes, we showed up. Actually, I've been here a year now, and my wife's been here 2 years. So, but we had the house with we had gentlemen. These actually were officers in the Army that were going to school for medical to become medical professionals, and they rented the place just for the utilities, just to keep somebody here and the lights on at night and so on.
Oh.
I was lucky to find them, and they were great guys. One guy got deployed, so we had to move in because he said, I can't stay as long as I thought I was, and I'm headed to Jordan.
So what was the name of the company that you sold?
Biomed. I own the company in San Diego called Biomed, Biomed.
Okay. They still operate under that name?
Do I still operate?
No, does that company still operate under that name, or
No, it was absorbed by
absorbed by who?
two other companies.
Oh, okay.
Did you know, or did you meet before he moved? You may not have met him. Foss Goodwin. He lived over there, and he had a boat. He had actually a boat down at the little marina clubhouse area.
Foss and Carol Goodman.
And his first name again?
Foss, F-O-S.
Oh, and that's
That's,
something.
I think that's short for Foster.
Okay, well, yeah, and my name Flaz is short for Flaznick. So, anyway, I'll ask them down there. Of course, I've only been a member a short period of time. Some of those guys have been down there for 30 years as members, and I know Pete, the president, and Greg Garrison. Hi.
Hi,
Hi, guys.
trying to get the phone so we have a
Yeah.
connection.
They're talking.
How you doing, Sue?
Hanging in there, doing good. And I brought my drink of choice today.
Well, cheers.
Glass of wine, yes.
Yeah, cheers.
Everybody.
Mm. Oh, Flas next.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Jim and Sue.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just looking
no,
at my
no.
text. Cheers to you.
Like those Reds.
Yes.
Well, Bob,
What?
I just said that was the wine that you guys gave us.
Oh, how is it?
It's good. I like it. I'm not sharing.
That was a present from Glenn and Jenny.
They always have really good tasting wine.
Yes, they do. So,
Hey, Steve, how did you guys become knowledgeable or interested in Power Squadron? Was there another member that introduced you?
Yes, sir. I believe
Don Moore.
Don Moore.
Don Moore. Huh?
Don, all right.
Yeah, he's our neighbor behind us, so he introduced us to the club officials here, the squadron, several other things that that he was socially involved with.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't know who, or I had forgotten who introduced you.
Well,
Hey,
Don,
Bob.
so much.
We got two Bobs in now.
And two Bobs. Hey,
Okay.
Bob.
Hello.
hey, you're getting proficient at this thing, Bob.
I am. I've been doing it a lot.
I thought I saw sweat coming off of you the other day.
Yeah. I lost a little sleep over trying to get that done.
It's a whole new way of communicating.
Yes, it is. You know, it's not too bad once you figure it out
Yeah.
and figure out how to do it. It's really not all that bad.
It's just like flying a helicopter. Once you know how to do it, not do it.
That's right.
If you haven't killed a few people in the process of learning.
Were you able to look at the recording, Bob?
No, I didn't look at the recording. I really haven't had a chance to do that.
Yeah. Linda Crojon did, so, you know, at least one of the versions anyway.
How does it feel to be out of a job, Bob?
Wonderful.
I'm sure. It's been a long time.
I keep getting emails from people around, you know, I keep telling them, no, that's not me. I'm not the guy, no more.
Do you know if we're going to, Sue, do you know if we're going to get quite a few people in tonight, or?
I'd say we're about halfway there from what I've heard.
Okay.
Hey, Pam.
Hello, Bob Rook.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, miss seeing you.
Yeah.
Times, yeah. How's the world treating you?
The world is good, other than like everybody else, bored.
Yeah.
You come down to work in my garden.
Well, I've got one here I can work in if I want to do yard work.
Oh.
The leaf wars are about to start.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We've got our property is just covered with trees. So from now until the end of November, it's almost a daily battle.
How much acreage do you have?
We're only on a half an acre, but it's just covered.
Oh,
And, you know, I've actually got to go out almost twice a week to stay ahead of the leaves.
Wow.
Wow. I think I'd let them fall.
I used to let them all fall down, and then I got the mower out and I mowed them all up.
I use my mower as a big leaf blower and blow them to the street, and then they come by and pick them up.
Well, that's nice. That's nice that they do that.
Yeah.
You have to bag them or anything, or can you just put them out there?
Just blow them into the street on the curb.
Pam, you be careful, girl. She's driving.
Start till 8.
Oh. Oh, Miss Martha's going to join us.
Yay.
Her meeting doesn't start till 8. She just or 7.
There she is. There she is.
I thought it was at 7 Eastern time, but it's not till 8 Eastern time, which means when I get off of this one, I'll have another one.
So you won't get bored every night.
That's right. And hopefully I'll get done. Well, see, 8 is when the,
Yeah, 8's when that went for us,
yeah,
because it's only 6 here now.
yeah. it's
Oh,
just
that's
a-
right. Where are you?
We're in
Crossville.
Crossville.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Did you get your boat taken care of, Bob?
Pretty much, yeah. It's not entirely, but for the most part, it's okay.
We're still waiting to hear from the insurance guy.
Wow.
That's wishful thinking.
For sure.
Hey.
Hey, Glenn, how you
Give her a
doing?
big hand.
Yeah.
All right, we can get out of the way.
Maybe we got somebody on audio only. Who would that be?
This is Greg. Yeah, my internet service is out.
Your internet service is out. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've had that problem before.
And
Familiar?
Pam Trotter's on.
Hey,
Hi,
Pam.
Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Hello.
Glad you made it.
Pam, are you the one that's YWS1 iPhone?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
we saw you a
I'm
while
on my
ago.
cell phone because I'm driving.
Oh, you're trying.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going home.
Oh,
from
that's why somebody
Florida?
said day. Audio only.
Almost home. 5 more minutes.
All right. Glad you made it.
Hey, Glenn.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a good idea, Glenn. I can't read it, but
Hey, Glenn. since you got your official
Got it
name,
on. I don't know what dollar.
Lynn, this is John.
Yeah.
When we get to the point where we do the Pledge of Allegiance, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Do I have to stand up or can I just hold my hand up?
You just whatever you want to do.
Be more than happy to.
Thank you, sir.
I just Carl.
See how Sam Trotter pledges.
Hey, Jim, how's Sue?
You made it.
Of course. Jenny's got to pick my hair now.
Oh,
yeah. Did I do you?
yeah.
Hey,
At least you
You
have
got
her.
some hair to fix.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't going to say a word.
I don't
No,
have
no,
that
no,
problem.
no, no.
Yeah, I can always fix it.
You do that to me.
It's a genie. I rubbed the genie comb.
All right.
Oh.
I wonder about Pat and Jerry. You don't think so?
Frankie didn't show up. He's gonna have a chance. Well, since it doesn't look like we're going to get anybody else right away, we'll get it going. We'll
Okay.
keep this short tonight, and I just wanted to have a chance to get everybody who were interested and wanted to get together a chance to do it. So, who do we have there on the 5590 telephone?
This is Greg.
Hey, Greg. Good to hear you, buddy. Okay, so let's call the meeting to order, and I'll have ask our chaplain if she would start us off with a prayer.
Lord our God, we give you thanks for this time that we are able to be together and connect with one another. And also to share some thoughts and ideas as we look to future development and enjoyment of America's Voting Club. Most of all, Lord, we ask for blessings upon us and our country during this most difficult time. And above all else, we ask for your peace. And we ask all of this in the name of Jesus, our Lord. Amen.
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 Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, Lynn will lead us now. Let me get the flag out here, and we'll have Lynn lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And
How many years?
I just feel where we can all see that.
I can tell you.
You have it out? I don't see it.
Go for it.
Oh, there you are. Hands over the heart, please. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of
Of
America
America.
And to
and
the
to the
republic.
republic
Republic
Which
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 stands
stands
One
nation
nation
under God.
under God,
liberty and
indivisible,
justice,
with liberty and justice
for all.
for all.
Thank you, Glenn. Welcome, everybody. And, tonight, I'm going to hope to keep this informal. I hope you've got your favorite beverage, because I will begin with a toast to all who are here. With the
Toast.
little toast meetings.
Cheers.
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 With that said,
And done.
I would like to give everybody an opportunity to share something. And I'm going to just throw out an option is to share something about what you find during this time, I mean, since we've been together last, what is it that you've enjoyed or got the most joy out of during your day? And now, if you're a person who is joyless, what makes you most miserable would be also appropriate. So anyway, Clarice, if y'all would start.
I guess probably what would bring me the most joy is the fact that Steve and I are getting to spend so much time together. We do all kinds of things around the yard. We run errands. We still be socially responsible and all of that, but we've gotten a chance to spend some time with our good friends, members of the Power Squadron, and been kind of relaxing.
Sounds good.
All right. How about you, Steve?
I just want to get the bilge pump changed out.
That on the boat or the house?
I can imagine you'll be very happy when you do that.
I pulled the boat out. It's down on by the launch, and drained it today and tomorrow because of the rain and so on. For the last couple of days, I'm going to crawl in there and pull all that, all the hoses out and so on, in order to get down deep enough to get that pump out. I did get some information online. It's a Johnson pump, so it must be available.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are still made.
You probably, there's probably people on this virtual meeting that don't even know you have a boat.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a 22-foot Sundance fish around center console.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to, once I get all the issues resolved, I put in a lift in my slip.
Oh, nice.
Lift, it'll lift just about anything. So I put that in myself. And so it's been a real learning curve for me to come from somebody who has no idea about boats per se and slips per se and lifts per se and all of that. So I've been taking it little at a time and engineering the whole thing at 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm laying there.
He actually rebuilt that lift, totally rebuilt it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Who's next?
I'll go since I'm on my screen. I'm next across. Anyway, I've been enjoying spending constructive time with Sue doing yard work. It's been physically taxing, so I'm having some health checkups just to make sure I'm okay, because I got some, want to make sure there's nothing problem. I just have to take it really slow compared to what I used to. I grew up on the farm, and out on the farm working 10 hours a day was a whole different story back 40 years ago. Because I haven't been on the farm in 50 years. I haven't worked hard. But anyway, that's been good. And then of course been fun getting involved and helping out with squadron stuff that's going on. So there's Jack Cook. So anyway,
Yeah.
we lost Pam and got Jack. I guess Pam will be back on when she gets in her house. Anyway, that's it for me.
You never know who's going to show up, do you?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, just tell us a little bit of what you've been enjoying doing since we were together last time.
What I've been doing since when?
Since we last saw each other, what have you done that you've been enjoying doing?
Well, trying to keep my bills paid is the main thing.
Yeah.
Hey, well, as long as you got the money to do it, I guess there's a certain amount of joy there.
Well, yeah. So far, so good.
Hey, Jack, are you still singing?
Well, I have to say yes and no, because we haven't been meeting as a group, like we had been doing.
Right.
Since March, we've stopped meeting personally, but we do meet on Zoom, as a matter of fact.
Oh, good.
Cool.
That's good.
Only problem is the singing doesn't sound the same.
You need to get a professional producer to synchronize.
Yeah.
When you do it with regular Zoom, it doesn't all get synchronized.
That's true.
You see some of the fancy shows where they get a whole orchestra and they got it all synchronized. And well, my experience with Zoom, it doesn't do that. So you got to have some post-production work going on there.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I've been doing, trying to learn how to operate Zoom. And and also I work a lot of crossword puzzles.
Do you do it, Nick?
And Sudoku, whatever that name is.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's the way I'm trying to keep my mind active that way. But even now, I still have moments of seeming like I'm Joe Biden.
No, don't start talking politics.
All right, keep going. I like it.
Well,
starting at 9 o'clock, I think we'll all need a drink then.
Yeah.
That's true.
We will. You're right.
That's true. Okay, well that's the story of my life for now. I tell you one thing. I took a round trip Saturday back over to a little place called Santa Fe, Tennessee, and it's about 10 miles north of Columbia. If you know where Columbia is.
Yes.
It's just a wide spot in the road. There's a half a dozen houses there, and a gigantic school. And I don't know much of the history of the school except that it was there. It's been there a long time, but it seems like when I saw it this time, it had increased in size.
Is that Columbia Military Academy in that area?
No, I don't think it's military,
Oh.
being out in the country like that. But I went there because that's where my grandfather was born. My grandfather was born there and raised there, and finally he's buried there. And he's a Methodist minister, was a Methodist minister, and was responsible for the Methodist church that's there in Santa Fe. So anyway, I had lots of reasons that I wanted to go and refresh my mind my memory as to what I remembered it as. And so that's basically what I did, and took some pictures on my telephone with gravestones and so forth. That the whole Cook family is laid out there.
Oh, wow. So you have ready-made genealogy.
Well,
I'm jealous.
true. Well, that's my story. I'm going to shut up now.
That must have been a lot to you. Sure. Yeah.
So I'm through talking.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So,
I'll go next. I'll make
Go
it
ahead.
sweet. I have had a garden this year for the first time in like 30 years. And it did wonderfully for me. So I've just been excited and just digging in the dirt, as they say. So I feel like I'm getting back to my roots. It's something I always enjoyed doing many years ago, but didn't do on a boat. So I picked it back up since we got here. Jim helped me build a couple of raised beds, and we planted everything that we could possibly fit into that.
Oh, that's great.
So really enjoyed it, and because of the pandemic, I've had a lot of time that I could devote to it. So that's what I've done.
Great.
No.
Mr. Jim?
No, go ahead. I've been helping her. I've been doing honeydews. Yes, dear. My only response for the last couple months. Yes, dear.
Hey, as long as that brings you joy.
That's right.
Who's next?
Okay, I'll go next. I've done some things that I wouldn't ordinarily have time to do, but that includes been taking a weekly course, and it's kind of like a history course, and so that's been fun and challenging, and online and Zoom, and so that's and also I celebrated, and I'm joining the ranks of Jack Cook, but I turned 80 in August 25th. So
Congratulations.
no,
Birthday.
thank you. So it's been great knowing that I actually made it. I thought I'd be doing good if I made it to about 69, and then I just ever since then it's like been unbelievable. So every day's a new day. I thank the Lord for all our blessings, and that does bring me joy. So that I can still get out and function. So thank you, Linda.
You're doing good, John. Hang in there, buddy.
This man doesn't just function, just get out there and function. He does things outside and inside the house, and things that, you know, people over the age of 40 say, oh, I think I'll call somebody to do that.
If I called somebody to do that, every time Linda said, you better call somebody, I'd be in the poorhouse for sure.
This is true. This is true. Well, for me, over the last 5 or 6 months, it's been hard not being with the people that we always look forward to seeing every month or every couple of weeks or so. That's, of course, has been the hardest. And but what has really been beautiful inside of me is that John and I have been just spending more time together, and not letting anything else get in that way, you know? And the other thing is I've become a bird addict. So pray for me.
Hey, she can talk to those birds. I'm telling you.
I do talk to
She
them.
knows them. They know her. They see her, and they just get so happy.
So that's how I spend my days. And meditation and just, you know, selfish things like that you just don't normally in life get a chance to do, to sit and think about things, and prayer just takes a whole different thing. It's not like sitting down and saying a prayer. It's like walking through the Equestrian Trail. Equestrian. Walking down the Equestrian Trail, which we have done a few times, right off of Highway 58. And once you go through that trail and see those trees and just experience the nature there, it's like, for me, that's prayer. So it makes me feel relaxed and joyful. So go to the Equestrian Trail whenever you want to pray.
And when you're done, come down the road a little further and come visit us, because we're not far away from there.
That's right.
We want to come out and go to the country cafe out there. Have y'all been?
Yes. Yeah, that's great. That's Old South cooking.
Too bad Mike's closed down across the street. They had good hamburgers there.
That's good.
Marty, you want to go next?
I can go next.
Go ahead.
I have been busy getting settled into our new house, and hopefully next month in October, we're going to have a couch. We do have a couch in our sunroom, or what some people might say family room, but I ordered a couch from Lazy Boy, you know, and that takes a while to get all that for my living room. It's actually going to be a nice big sectional in there. So I still don't have a living room couch, but the rest of the house is pretty much done. And we have even gotten around to hanging some things here lately. So the house is getting more settled. I still have boxes to unpack, but you know, it'll all get, it's not anything essential. All the essentials are done. So, and you know, shopping trips and getting to know the area. For a while, we were able to go to the pool and exercise, but the indoor pool is closed and it's a little too chilly to go to the outdoor pool, although they were kind enough to extend it through the end of September. We're not going there. We've not hit the golf courses yet, but we're looking forward to doing that and talking about doing that. We have met quite a few of the neighbors, and we really like settling in here. So that's a good thing.
Why
still,
Why
go ahead.
Crossville? Why did you go to Crossville?
Well, we heard years ago when we lived in Kentucky about Fairfield Glade and that area.
Yeah.
And of course, when I worked in Cookeville, I knew there were nurses from up here that worked down at the Cookeville Hospital.
Okay.
And so we had connections there. We've been up here to timeshares and know people that do, you know, timeshare in the area. And it's just always been in the back of our mind. And Tennessee is such a great state for retirement.
Yeah.
And Cumberland County is very inexpensive. Thing like where we park our camper is like $20 a month cheaper than the place we had in Chattanooga, and you know, things like that. So prices are good, and the neighborhood is fantastic. We're just outside of Fairfield Glade, so we don't have to put up with all their restrictions and their demands. Like if they find your garage door open, they'll give you a ticket. And I said, oh, I'm glad. And everybody said, a lot of our neighbors are former residents of Fairfield Glade, and they come over here now. So they tell all the dirty stuff about it. But it's a beautiful area. There are lakes there, 5 golf courses, you know, the big rec center and all that. And we do have a membership lot there, so we can take advantage of all those amenities, even though we live outside that area. So we're happy here. And that's been the main part, besides all my adjusting to my RC position and getting all that behind me. So go ahead, dear. What do you got?
Okay, well, the big thing has been moving into the house. And we've done that pretty much. I've set up a couple of speakers and stereo and a CD player out on the screened-in porch. And we sit out there every evening, come 5 o'clock, that's Miller time. And we go out there and sit and have a beer and just look at the area there. It's a common area directly out back of our house. So it's really, really pretty and interesting out there. The weather's been pretty good. It's a lot cooler up here than it is down there. We run anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees sometimes cooler, especially in the summertime. So we just really like being up here, and of course I've spent a lot of my time watching Marty on the phone, because she spends a lot of time on that with that job she's got. So anyway, that's about all I've done.
Thank you.
All right.
Carol?
Well, I guess my highlight is that I'm not Steve, so I do not have to replace your bilge pump. So I'm excited about that. However, since you're new in boating, I did spend all afternoon rebuilding a VacuFlush head pump. And so I think I'd rather do the bilge pump. So if you've not done that, you've got something to look forward to in boating. There's always something broke. I guess
Darn,
one
Bob, I
thing-
wish I was there. I could have showed you what to do.
I know it. I know it. Well, one thing about living on a boat is we're always on the water, and so we've done a fair amount of boating this summer. We've spent the night a number of times, weekends, just afternoons, even out on the boat. And we've got another trip planned in a couple of weeks with several other boats going to the Blue Water. It'll be our second trip up there. So we're trying to enjoy it. It's a little bit different, obviously, with the way things are nowadays, but just trying to make the best of it. And there are a lot of folks that have purchased boats this year. Thus, we hope the Power Squadron could get some more business next year with training and assisting people and getting them more involved in boating as well. So hopefully that'll be a good thing for us. But it's been good. We're looking forward to getting everybody back together. This is not normal, you know,
No.
looking at a pixel on the screen or picture on the screen. So we're excited to be able to do that, but looking forward when we can all get back together again.
Definitely.
Tell Angela hi. I'm sorry, Pam, I didn't
Oh,
mean to.
she's behind me. Angela's here. I've got this weird screen, so as soon as you get 10 degrees off center from looking directly on it, it blurs everything out. So
Tell her we said
she's
hi.
here. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Pam?
Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm still working from home at the moment. Hopefully the next target date to go back to the office is October 5th, but we'll see. They keep postponing it every month. So I kind of think I'll probably be at home through the first of the year, and maybe we can try this all again. But
That's good.
I've been on a couple of small little trips. I went on a little scrapbooking trip down to Rainbow City, Alabama for a couple of days. We only had about 12 girls there, so we stayed spaced out. And I was at Fort Walton Beach over the weekend with some friends, and we had great weather. And I'm looking forward to taking Dad to Panama City on the 10th of October. So get him out of his assisted living and get out in the world for a little bit.
Right.
Good.
It's been a busy summer.
Yeah. I bet.
Sounds good.
How about Bob Root?
There we go. Had to get unmuted. Well, I'm thankful that we have a Gordon setter because she's been keeping me exercised, long dog walks. And I'm fortunate. My bride works at the library and they've been closed. So she's been getting first dibs on cookbooks. So I've been exploring some different cookbooks, which has been a lot of fun.
Oh, I'll bet.
So that's kind of it from here. Otherwise, pretty quiet.
All right.
Can I recommend a cookbook, Bob?
Actually, my daughter sent me one from Houston, and it's I think it's called Cook Like a Local, but it's got a bunch of just crazy recipes from this cook in Houston that combines a lot of different ethnic cuisines. So it was a lot of fun to play with.
That reminds me, real quickly, when I was in the Air Force, stationed out in Amarillo, Texas, having grown up in Georgia, I had never had the opportunity to taste any real Mexican food. And somebody at the base said, if you want really good Mexican food, so go to the bowling alley. Well, sure enough, the bowling alley had this really big area for eating, and I ordered some really good, including the salad with the avocado and all that good stuff. And it was absolutely delicious.
Who would have thought it was a bowling alley?
You can't. But anyway, that was a good experience. Okay, how about Greg?
Yeah, I was trying to remember when we met last. It's been a while. Back when, I think maybe it was in March when school quit, and my daughter works, she has an internet business, works at home. So we made a deal, and she homeschooled my grandson in the mornings, and I was grandpa's daycare in the afternoon. So I got to see my grandson like every day for 5 months, which was a really great experience.
Yeah.
And we kind of rediscovered boating because you can go to the lake or the river there, and it's easy to social distance from other people when you're out on the boat. So pretty much every weekend we were out at least one day of the weekend on the boat. So that was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And more recently, I just acquired a piece of property on the water, on the river, up near Sail Creek there, and I'm hoping over the winter to get started on a house up there.
All right.
Nice.
That's
a nice
exciting.
place.
Congratulations.
Hill Creek, huh?
It's actually on the Tennessee River, but it's right at Sail Creek.
Well, if you go back up in there, if I remember correctly, there's a little campground up there.
Yeah, there is, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friend of mine owns that.
That's where we saw
Oh, really?
the eclipse.
Yeah. And that's when we took our boat in that area there, and when the eclipse came, and I determined that was right in the right on the edge, but still right in it for the full eclipse. And we got it. It was awesome.
Oh, it was
I went up there at that time also, and we had to go out on the road outside the campground since we didn't have a camping spot. Let us say in the picnic area, we had to go.
I saw you. Yes, I saw you.
That's right, we saw you.
Yes. We have a picture from that is unbelievable because it was accidental.
Yeah. Sometimes the best ones.
I had a little iPhone 5, and I had read in the papers that there was no way you can get a picture of the eclipse with the iPhone. But then I read another article that said, well, there's a chance you might get one if you put it in the selfie mode and then take the picture. So I was watching it, and it looked like it was just going into full eclipse. It looked like, so I got it in selfie mode, and I found it, and I took the picture. Well, just as I took the picture, the diamond broke out, and I got it. It was awesome.
Wow.
It is awesome. We had it made into a big
blow
up in our kitchen, and it's wonderful to look at.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We're all coming over.
Come on over.
Okay, how about Jennifer?
Well, I've been probably too busy for my own good, but I've really enjoyed every minute of it. I've got my real estate license now.
Oh, wow.
Glenn and I started a real estate investing company in January, which got shut down in March because it's hard to go buy houses. So I decided I wanted access to the MLS. So I started studying for the real estate test, and I took that test in Savannah in August and passed. Best part about that trip, besides passing, was I got a few days in Florida. And so that was good. I got to go back to the beach and visit some friends. And so that's probably been the most fun thing I've done during the COVID. So.
Yeah, they lived in DeLand for a long time.
Yep, that's a great place.
Yep.
You're up there.
Well, the best thing that happened to me during this entire time is I woke up every morning. very, very that. I've been doing, as the Germans say, putzing around, which is just diddling here, diddling there, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the two most exciting things that happened was, number one, Jenny put me on for sale on Craigslist, and we got no taker. And then she put a sign in there that says, I'll pay you to take him, and we had no taker. So I don't know what's going on here. It's just been it's just been one of those, that times and getting used to it. So. I was glad to be on Facebook, not on Facebook with Craigslist. I figured, what the hell, So, but outside of that, it's I've just been having fun. Been ever since we can get around with some friends, do a little cooking, a little smoking,
You
food.
built me a birdhouse.
Oh, I built some birdhouses. Built Sue a birdhouse.
Cool.
And I'll build her another one as soon as she gives me more designs.
Trellis.
And
trellis too.
And I built trellises too for you. And it didn't cost her anything but a glass of wine. That's pretty good. So.
That's cool.
But outside of that, it's just passing day to day.
Good.
That's
He took up cooking while I was studying, which that was nice. So, which I appreciate.
Good. Outside of that, life is good.
Okay. And I wanted to thank you for being volunteering to be on the representative on the District 17.
I enjoy things like that. If you need more help, Jim knows. Give me a call.
Yeah, that's
You're
great.
already on the list.
good.
We had it was good seeing all those people there, but it had been quite a long time since I'd seen Ray Elliott, but I was so happy to see that he was still keeping his handlebar mustache as exquisite as ever.
It was beautiful.
You got to see this.
I had to call him on the phone because he got the time wrong. He was thinking 11 o'clock Central Time.
Oh yeah.
Instead of 10 o'clock Central Time. And so we're getting close to the area where I was going to have him, conduct part of the meeting. He wasn't there, so I called him on the phone and said, "Hey, Ray, what you doing?" He, I forgot. Oh God,
I was going to ask him what type of mustache wax he uses. Because mine used to look like that when it was red, but since it turned white, it started drooping. So I figured it was kind of nice. But I need to find out what kind of mustache wax he uses.
Well, just write to him or call him up. He's very forthcoming with information like that. And Jack, thank you for having this Zoom available for us so that we could get that district conference done, and Bob can be the past district commander now.
That's right.
Again.
That's right.
Finally, after 5 years or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Past district commander for the second time.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be for about 6 months, but things happened.
Yeah.
I got one other thing I wanted to say to Linda DePrima.
Yes.
Since you love birds, I think I've got some pictures of some hummingbirds that are sitting on a person's hand and eating out of a little cup that she's holding.
Oh, sweet.
And if I can find that email that has those pictures attached to it, I will forward that to you.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to see them.
Can I put my name on that list?
You want to put you on there?
Yes, I'm also addicted to birds.
Yeah.
All right, if I can find it, I'll send it out.
That'd be great. Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a bunch here too. We got only about 3 or 4 hummingbirds, but my daughter had about 8 at one time down on the farm.
Wow.
Oh my.
And our cat is trying to catch everything in the yard, but she does not very well. But she has taken down a couple of birds though.
We've got a few birds, but mainly we got bunnies. We got bunnies have a tendency to hop through the area. We got, what are their names? You got
We have Corey Cottontail, and then there's Willie the white-tailed wabbit, I had named them all. And so, when we were on the lake, we used to watch the herons and the eagles and, you know, and the turtles. And we had a lot of different types of wildlife, including geese that hatched this past spring. And so this has been a new experience, having birds and bunnies. We haven't seen any deer around here, which is really surprising to me. We saw more deer in Chattanooga than we do here.
But I'm seeing less than we used to because of just the building that's going up, you know, around Eagle Bluff where we are. And even at the yacht club that we have to go to the boat, I used to see them all the time, and now I don't see them as frequently as we used to.
So is the golf course there permanently closed, and have they developed that into other home sites, or what's going on?
What's interesting is that he never put it up for sale. He just closed it. And so.
And it went to pot.
So finally, the homeowners, just on their own, decided to start maintaining it. So
that's good.
We've got volunteers, but they're on board to go out. And these are people that just love to ride their riding lawnmowers, and they cut the thing and they keep it looking great.
Yeah.
So.
That's nice.
Yeah. So right now it's just status quo, and don't
know what's going to happen.
We're just knock on wood. So, but we'll see what is down the pipe. But right now, it's being maintained by the homeowners. So. On a volunteer basis, no cost. That's
well, Pam, did you have your pontoon in the water, and have you gone out at all?
I've gone out several times this year and have enjoyed it. I'm in a pickle right now because the water's starting to go down.
Yeah, right.
And I had to get a new trailer because my ex needed his trailer, so I bought one up in Dayton, but it needs to be adjusted because the front of the boat seems to get on the railings just fine. The back of the boat is off. And they said it could need some adjusting. It's just moving the front bar forward and backward. But then I also, when we were attempting to take it out, I kept putting the motor up and down as we came out of the water. And apparently I've burned up a cylinder or something, because now when I try to push the button to lift the motor up and down, it just makes a clicking noise.
Oh dear.
So hopefully the guy's supposed to come out tomorrow. Maybe we can get that fixed.
Good. Okay, well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you can get it all.
Otherwise, I had a great time on the boat this summer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share a couple of quick things, and then I'm gonna ask Jim Hummel if he would give us a short update on where we're stand with the program that we're working on. That, you all are familiar with in Seaways, our SWOT analysis that we work on. Jim will give us a quick update on that. And I'm going to ask Jim to also mention briefly about the new app, the American Boating Club app that was just released at the conference, this conference. So, with that, I'm going to just say something about Dan Boater. And I don't know how many of you took the time to go in to the website, to the Power Squadron website, and look up the Dan Boater information. I did that, and I didn't have time to review all of it. It's extremely impressive, extremely broad in coverage. All the things that they offer there are just the things that you and me as a boater would be interested in. And it's just very impressive. So I encourage you to join that if you haven't already, but they're worthwhile. But go in and look at that and bring up the things that are in there. it'll take a long time, but just pick one or two and look at them. You'll be very impressed. So I think you'll like that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Jim and then get his input, and we'll close out the meeting and let everybody do their thing.
Before you do that, John, could I just say one thing?
Yes.
Dan Boder, everybody is a member of Dan Boder. If you paid your dues the first year up until you get renewal, you are a member of Dan Boder. You don't have to join. However, when you do pay your dues, renew and re-up, you have to add $25 to that and designate that for Dan Boder. It is absolutely almost $25 for that is ridiculous. I need to tell you that is just absolutely beautiful. You can't beat it. I just want to say that.
It's my understanding that you need to write 2 separate checks. Is that correct?
No, you do not. You just need to mark on there that you are including $25 for the Dan Boder membership. We only wrote one check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it online too. So
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So, but unlike now, when they first presented that program, they said there was going to be a box that you'd check to opt out, but that has not appeared. It just, when they send you your dues bill, it's just strictly for Power Squadron dues. You have to make a special notation that you're including Dan Boder dues and increase your amount $25.
And it's worth it.
Yes, very much so.
Chris, very Chris.
Okay.
Go, Jim.
Well, concerning your first request about the USPS phone app, I'm going to defer any comments there to the newsletter coming out in the next day or two,
Okay.
where I've reminded folks about it. I think we also sent out a specific email when Sue and I first became aware of that due to the national meeting. But either way, that's a neat little app to have. Like I said, you'll see in the newsletter. I want to bring members that don't know about the efforts that we're going through for strategic planning for the squadron.
Okay, just a minute.
About half of us here tonight are involved with it. So I'll go over it quickly if you don't understand or I stutter too much. Then give me a call, I'll fill you in on details. It started out with your executive committee of the squadron getting together to provide a little more direction starting next year for the squadron. You might think of it in terms of trying to have some goals and objectives and make things happen rather than let things happen. So at several folks had become aware or had been aware of a process used in business and executive committees and management called SWOT, SWOT. And it's a process where actually we, I won't say contracted, but we contacted a consultant out of Knoxville area who made a trip down here to help us develop this entire process, starting with the SWOT, and he's still engaged with helping us out at no cost to the squadron. He is a member of a national organization called SCORE that used to stand for what?
Service Corps of Retired Executives.
There you go, Service Corps of Retired Executives. That's why I have you around, Jack, keep me straight. But this outfit provides management services like this to nonprofit organizations at no charge. So I feel very fortunate that we were able to latch onto this guy. Plus, he's a former helicopter pilot and a Navy guy and all of that.
Yeah, they also provide support for small businesses too.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we started out at several of our members suggested, I think Bob Heck was one, Greg,
Bob Carroll.
knew it was
Bob
SWOT
Carroll, yeah.
process. So what that stands for is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to your organization. So we huddled up several nights and developed a big long list of these categories and how they relate to the squadron. The second night we discussed the various items and analyzed really what we're trying to get out of this. Why does Chattanooga Power Squadron exist? We did come up with, a lot of obvious topics, which I'll allude to in a moment. But from there, our consultant is helping us develop a strategic plan for the squadron. Why do we exist? What are we trying to do in Chattanooga? What are our strengths that we can build on, and where are some weaknesses that we can improve on? So we're developing what we're calling initiatives from which we'll develop some action items. I want to, I guess, give you a big picture and carry it down as far as we are right now. Again, our executive committee has been meeting every week for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I don't know. It seems like forever. But we're trying to some of this done by picking the brains of as many members as we can, but also get buy-in to our objectives, initiatives, and what our big picture is. So this is why we want to keep the members informed at this point. I'll say again that we're not finished with this. It's still a work in progress. But I would welcome input from specific members, and I will be asking for specific help from certain members.
And volunteers.
And volunteers. I want to start out though. We got to start with a big picture. We're part of a national organization, so I don't want to bore you too much with this type of stuff. But you need to be knowledgeable of what the USPS mission statement is. Why does USPS nationally exist? And they have published their mission statement to read, to promote recreational boating skills and boating safety through education, hands-on training, and civic activities while providing fellowship for members. So I look at that and key on the mission is to promote boating skills and boating safety. That's why USPS exists. So whatever activities Chattanooga Squadron participates in should obviously be a subset of what the national organization does. So we developed our first strategic initiative to read, develop and implement an effective membership program. And that I think is key. We're talking just membership program to include new members as well as existing members. So this is going to address recruiting new members and membership development. Keep people involved, become a little more active in doing things that people want to do. We're at the point right now that our next meeting, we want to develop specific action items under that strategic initiative about membership program. And I suspect it's going to include things like establish a good public relations program, develop an effective member retention program. You think of those words, and a PR program can encompass an awful lot of things. same as a member retention program. There's voting activities or social activities or civic activities. There's all types of stuff that'll come under just member retention. Then if we want to recruit new members, that ties into the PR program, that ties into people being a little more tuned to recruiting new people, explain the advantages, the why you're involved with USPS. If you like something that we're doing, share your enthusiasm. Maybe this other person you're talking to will see there's some benefit to them. Have fun on your phone call, Marty. Say hi. Our second strategic initiative that we developed so far, we want to design and implement a service-oriented voting education, safety, and skills program. And that's going to cover, first off, I think it would cover the educational efforts. And Greg already has, you know, he and Bob Roop really have had a very good education program in spite of all the handicaps and hindrances that we've had over the last year or two. But we want to build on that and do some other things with it. Obviously, based on the national meetings that were televised over the last couple of weeks, even at the national level, educational training has to alter, has to change to adapt more to online stuff. So that's going to be our challenge locally, is to adapt with it. I suspect the action items under that second initiative are also going to include vessel safety program. Everyone agreed that we need to do more. Well, how do we do that? We can become a little more active for each examiner, or we can get more examiners. Or when we do examine a boat, do we all carry pamphlets or brochures to let the vessel owner know who we are, what we do? In other words, think a little bit more about, gee, he's a boater. Gee, he might be interested in safety. He might be interested in a little more education. Let's, give the people the option to do that. So we're at the point in this process that we're identifying action items, specific action items under these two major initiatives. And we're only going to work on two initiatives, even though they are rather large and encompassing. But we're going to start this effort on just the two initiatives. Next year, we can readdress this. We can add things. We can take it a little bit farther if we want. But we all feel the need to get something going, get it in writing and get moving to do something here.
That's Jim, thank you. I think we need to terminate our meeting now, but I wanted to say stay tuned, because there's more coming. And I want to thank Jim for all the enthusiasm and energy that he has put into this. And we want to build enthusiasm and energy to bring it to the whole membership. So that's what we're aiming for, and that's where we're going. So stay tuned. There's more coming, and it's something we can all get excited about, and we can all have a part to play and get on board. So, and I'm excited about it, and I'm really appreciative of the gentleman that was leading us through this process and who's still working with us on it. So I think we've made some significant progress, and we will continue to do so. So with that, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, for sharing. And
can I bring up one other quick thing?
Sure. Quick.
I have been calling the Samaritan Center. We typically do donate toys in November, and this year's been definitely a different year. And I have initiated communications with them. I would like the squadron to go ahead and do something with Samaritan Center this year. And I've called them and asked them for suggestions how we can help them out. So I just want to bring it to the membership so they're thinking about it. I'm not sure what they're going to request at this point. I have not had anyone call me back, but I'm sure they will. And I want each and every one of you to think about it. They're going to need help more than ever before this year. Obviously, they have a lot of needy families, more so than normal. And I'd like us to gift them with something this year. The other thing I wanted to say, and I know Jack's going to be mad at me, but he is paying out of his own personal pocket for the Zoom. And I think the squadron going forward should reimburse him for as long as we use the Zoom.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yes,
you
absolutely.
just submit it if you want, if you feel you want to do that as a contribution, we'll accept it, but don't expect that we would be more than happy to reimburse you for that.
And I'm done.
No worries.
Thank you, everybody. And again, we wanted to keep this short, so toast to everybody.
Cheers.
Have a good evening. Thank you for being here. Amen.
Amen.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Pam,
Yes.
I like your blouse. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. I've had this for a long time.
Really cute.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, good night.
I do.
Bye.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'll send out the link to a recording of this a little later, probably tomorrow.
All right, thank
So
you.
others that didn't come can see what they missed.
All right.
Bye, Sue.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. See you on
Bye, Jim.
Thursday.
Bye.
Reese,
How to turn it off.
Jenny.
Did you shut the lid? You gonna just undo us?
I don't know.
It's different from mine. Oh, you don't have the mouse.
I'm not sure you have to use that.
Well, when I end it, y'all will be turned off.
Okay,
All
great.
right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.